All right, so I just want to take a look at Bitcoin and just see what's going on. But usually, when we end up falling and we make a recovery, right, you want to see a very strong, powerful movement up. It's just like here, too, right? We made a powerful move up. So, this to me was a clear fake out. Um, when I saw this yesterday, I debated selling, but it looked like we were holding the support on the monthly, so I didn't. Uh, but I was like, man, we're not really pumping up. And I told my wife this. I was like, hey, like, we are not moving up. You should probably sell your stuff. But then we forgot. We had guests over. So, um, yeah, now it's just a matter of looking at like where this might actually go and then making a call from there of like, okay, what should we actually do now? And so let's take a look. This is the value area low, also on the monthly. So resistance is actually really strong on this monthly. You can see that, yeah, we broke above it and then we ended up rejecting and falling back down. Looks like there's a point of control right here. But overall, we've now dropped. And so I guess the question is, where do we expect to go from where we're at right now? I do think it's important to note that like sometimes it's not good to have biases when you trade, and I obviously do, which is my fault. Funny story, I actually really high leverage shorted this, um, but then I move my I always do this sometimes. The stop loss was up here, and I ended up just being like, you know what, fuck it, let me just move the stop loss here. It was free money from Bybit anyway. I don't leverage trade unless it's free money on Bybit. But usually I end up burning all that money. Even if I make money, I end up burning it all because I just play with high leverage. It's like my gamble money since it's free. But it would have been really nice if I kept that right. That would have been really, really gold. So we clearly broke this. You may see a back test here to this weekly level, but I'm starting to think that we won't even see that just because of how price is. But maybe I'm wrong, right? Um, if we look at where some new resistance might be, this is assuming that we have put in the low. There might be some resistance coming back up to this trend line. But in my opinion, if we continue dropping, we're probably not, we're like gonna have some problem pushing up, right? Like if this is done, then we're probably just gonna see a very impulsive move upwards and then go from there. Um, but yeah, so the first area that I have is the speed fan. So this would be like 53.5. And this is definitely an area that I think we'll see something. Because if you look at this thing right here, right? I don't even know what this. So this was created from the bottom to the top. We hovered on this speed fan, and so one might imagine that we're gonna do the same, right? Maybe we do something like this. Hover down, mess around here, and then just spike up. Maybe that's what happens, and maybe we follow this exact same pattern. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's take a fractal. Let's take a fractal from here. Let's just do this. Let's see if we can't mimic this anyway. We obviously already didn't follow this, but you know, it would be cool. We kind of made the same type of movement. We dropped up. We didn't have a crazy drop, but you know, um, maybe we stay for a bit. And this fractal would definitely fall onto, hovering on this middle Fibonacci speed fan, and then pumping from there. Maybe on December 1st. I don't know. Again, this is just a fractal, so we don't know. But I would imagine that because everybody's expecting something to happen in crypto, it just never happens that way, right? So like all this Plan B stuff, yes, it happened exactly in the previous months, but looks like that might get broken now because I just can't see price pumping to what 90 something thousand in the next 5 days. It's very unnatural for it to do that. It's possible, but it just seems very unlikely, and I could be so wrong because here we pumped quite a lot in a matter of what, July 20th, so 10 days. um, we pumped a solid quite a lot, over 10,000. But for this to go up by double, right, in 10 days is very, very, very unreasonable. But this would definitely be my first level. And it kind of coincides with this top here. So the speed fan, it's the middle of the speed fan. I can't grab this in the right exact area. Would be around the bottom. And you see how we like went below the middle of the speed fan a bit, but we did find support on quite a lot of it. These are wicks down. This one is not, obviously, but here it wicked down and it found support there. Maybe we see it wick down below this 52 level and then wick back up. But also, if you look at this on a Fibonacci, yeah, I need to Fibonacci retracement. I think the 0.5 is also, no, we're at the 0.5. So yeah, if we drop more, I would definitely expect this right here. And then if we drop again, I'm going to expect the 786 on top of the bottom of the speed fan. This will make people go crazy if they see this, right? And this would be a huge drop of what? Where is that? 30%, which, in these bull markets, you would expect a huge drop anyway. So I totally see this as possible. I wouldn't want it to happen, but it's possible. And I really hope it doesn't happen just because I think people are going to get freaked out and whatnot, but who knows? But these are the three levels I would expect. For sure, the CC is well respected in crypto. These two lines here, and this would be the middle of the speed fan, as well as a very strong level of a key level. And then down here would be not so cool, but it could happen. Now, if we look on the shorter time frame, so drop, pump, touch the CC, rejected. This was that double bottom. It fooled even me. This is a stop loss hunt. And then it just continued to drop after faking out this right here, faking upwards. This is so typical in crypto though. Like, you see it happen so much where fake outs happen upwards, and usually it's almost a sign to sell. The only time that you wouldn't sell is if this was impulsive, right? A lot of volume came in and we were powerfully moving up, whereas this was like a really slow thing. What's probably going to happen is when we're done dropping, it's just going to pump hard, and then we go from there. But these are definitely key levels for me. Again, I hope they don't happen. I really would not like to see this happen, but it could. Funny enough, Cake has dropped worse than the previous drop way down here. Like, out of all the coins, like this is like horrible. And this is why I say, like, in a bull market, it just doesn't make sense to be yield farming. It really doesn't. And I still believe we're in a bull market, and I still hold that bias. But you just look how bad this is. Like, this is horrible. The fact that it's below back then when we were in the bear market, like, you look at any other chart, and we've like mega pumped. Bear market here, we're way up here. Obviously, it's Solana, but um, even XRP, right? Bear market here, and it's just like, why is it that cake is so screwed? And I think another reason is if you guys are using Pancake Swap, you'll realize that it's actually really bad now. Like, I have huge issues using it. I can't ever, I'll put in the token and it won't ever load it up. And then there's like, I don't know. I think Pancake's going to go to hell. Like, that's just my opinion. I don't think it's going to last anymore just because it magically got worse. And I'm forced to use other swaps because it's so bad. And to me, like, I don't think I'll ever buy Cake again. It's just, to me, it's done for. Now, if we bull market, sure, maybe it goes up here, maybe it goes higher. These will be key resistance levels, but I'm really glad I sold out. I'm like, I had quite a lot of money in, and I'm just so thankful I did sell out. I did buy in the bear market, but I would be down because I bought like, you know, $18 or something. Anyway, if we look at other coins, Theta is actually pretty down in the dumps too. Yeah, that's also bad on Theta's part. We could probably even move this trend line. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, but VeChain. This was already a really good one to have this pump from here, but we could come back and test again. 1 inch is down. XRP already looked at. Coty had so much hype a while back. Ethereum surprised me this morning. It literally did a mega pump and then a mega dump. That's a big dump. Crazily enough, it's still in the 382, which is a strong bullish sign. Like, for you to retrace back to the 382 and pump from there is really good. I would say this is definitely a buy zone 1. This would be a buy zone 2, and this would be a buy zone 3. Make it simple and easy. Just pull a Fibonacci retracement, and like, you don't have to be great at TA. You just need to know this basic Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, maybe we come back and test this area. This would be an amazing long. Look, we take the bottom to the top. Oops. Where is this one? I'm going to delete this because I can't even see where it is. But basically, we take the bottom to the top. And interestingly enough, it's also the bottom of this channel. I actually will set an alarm. Because it's the bottom of the channel, right, on this gray thing, and it's also the CC of this whole movement upwards. To me, that's just a really good thing, and this is definitely where I would long. You can do a tight stop loss if you want. You could even extend the stop loss for stop loss hunts a little bit more downwards. But yeah, and then expect to go to the top of the channel. This would be a really good trade. Actually, let's look at sushi. What happened here? Ouch. Yeah, so remember in the bear market, we were like, our lows was right here. It's a little bit shocking that this has come all the way back down. That would be so wild if it even goes below what happened in the bear market. Imagine like Bitcoin was at 29K, and for some odd reason, like Bitcoin's way more and sushi is just down in the dumps, and it's a decent exchange. Like to me, this is a really big easy win because like it's just down by so much. It's a solid swap for Polygon, and I think they're even more like they do more stuff now. Um, this is just a really easy win to me. I really think this is a really easy win. With that, I think I am done. This is like too much stuff, but yeah. Anyway, I really do think sushi's in a good place just because again, like the lowest it hit is it's so close to that back then. To me, it's still a solid swap. It's not like Pancake Swap where it's actually bad. DeFi has not really moved that much yet. Even Luna is down by a lot, which really surprises me. Um, Again, I'm a really big fan of Luna, so yeah. Let me just check because I always never look. There seems to be a lot of confluence at 52K. Yeah, yeah. Actually, there was someone who asked me about BAT token. I forgot about that. Let me do that now. I'll just chart BAT and then I'm done. It looks like KuCoin does not have that much data, sadly. We definitely have a monthly support right here. That's going to be a strong monthly level. I don't think I'm going to chart down here. Like it's so low chance it will go all the way back down. You got some weekly levels. Let's say right here. Oops. Okay, let me just redo that. And you definitely have a level right there. You do have a level here, but it's so close. We'll do it anyway. Alright. That didn't really follow much. This kind of followed pretty well, but useless now. I wonder. This seems to be a good one. You can see that we've been finding support from the drop. And here, there's been some resistance on this top one, but might be useless since we're pumping. Wow, though, this really pumped hard. So BAT is connected to Brave. It's a browser that you earn free BAT token when you use it. And so I think it's going to be big, but it's going to be a slow and steady giant, in my opinion. We have a value area high up here. The point of control is here. Value area low is here. I don't know what this kind of impulsive move is, but I always say like you may not time the top correctly and you may sell early, but it's okay. Like you just don't want to be caught with all your money gone. So, for example, um, like sushi, right? You don't want to just not sell and then it come all the way back down. Or cake, right? It came all the way up to, I think it was $26 and now it's $12. You just don't want that to happen to you. So, like, it's a good idea to sell. To me, if we break, if BAT breaks below the CC and below this monthly, like, of course, there might be a wick down. So maybe set an alert and manually sell if it just doesn't stay above. Um, yeah, I mean, this looks cool. It's pumped, came down. If we take a look at historic, right? Historically, what happened to BAT on this last pump? It came back down and touched the CC as always because the CC is super well respected in crypto. You can see that we even touched it again over here, and then finally we made some crazy pump up. Maybe you could expect us to even break the CC and find resistance on this monthly, and then pump up from there. If I were to buy, right, I would definitely set limit orders in this range, 100%. I would be buying in this range. I would not be buying now. Um, Something that crypto has taught me is I need to be more patient with my entries. If we look at scallop, right? Great example of me screwing up is you can see that I bought here, sold right here, I bought right here, I sold right here, and I bought right here. Now, what's the problem with that? The problem is we broke all the way back down to this weekly level. So that's another drop from when I bought. Like a, that's huge, right? That's a lot of money that's dropped. It's sold up here. That's, it's just, it's big. Um, and I should have known. I'm flawed just like everybody else, and I'm learning as I go. But the lowest I can see it going is going to be in this range. I hope it doesn't, but again, I don't care because to me, scallop is a very long term hold. But we could definitely see it come down here, and if it does, like, sure, buy some. But I think we'll hold this weekly level, and we'll be able to go from there. Now it all depends if crypto drops, if Bitcoin drops a lot more, and it is dropping more. Um, yeah, that's coming to the bottom of this thing. Uh, so yeah, wow, that's massive. Strong push down. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was useful for you in some way. Um, wow. Cool. Well, thanks for you guys' time. I'm